Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the MCW Winter Warfare post-show wrap-up. It was certainly the hottest night of the winter. First up, Gabriel Wolf would make his return to Melbourne City Wrestling, and he would take on Lockie Hendricks. And wherever Lockie Hendricks goes, he would be followed by his new mentor, Crackerjack. Wolf was looking for his submission and suplex games, and it was when Gabriel Wolf attempted to go for a wristlock overhead suplex that Lockie Hendricks would get the roll-up and the victory. Nick Burry and his tag team partner, Mitch Waterman, would take on Man United. Mitch Waterman and Nick Burry actually punched one of the Man United members in the back of the head at our last show, Hostile Takeover. They started the match offering an apology to Man United, but then as the match started, it would be Mitch Waterman and Nick Burry who would once again blast Vance Adams in the back of the head, leaving Campbell Crawford to what was effectively a handicap match. And Nick Burry and Mitch Waterman claimed their first victory here in Melbourne City Wrestling.
Absolute piece of piss.
That's it, big Ed.
Got the dub.
Yeah, that's it.
The one.
I mean, they call themselves men.
I reckon.
They're as gullible as boys.
Tom Ned down there ourselves.
Fellas!
Roxy.
Saw you punch that bloke in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
On the shacks. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Next up was women's competition, with Avery making her debut here in Melbourne City Wrestling, and she would take on the miracle girl of MCW in Erica Reed. Unfortunately, we did not get to see the best of what both women could bring when Kellyanne invaded the ring trying to extract revenge from Erica Reed. However, that would not be all, as Evie would also make a return to Melbourne City Wrestling to chase off Kellyanne. Now, if you want to talk about ring invaders, you've got to talk about Hawko. The former disgraced MCW commentator has been prowling on the women here with a particular interest in Erica Reed. When it looked like that Erica Reed had been knocked out, he decided to come to the ring to offer mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Erica Reed was not amused, but Hawko is a man who likes playing with fire, and if I was Hawko, I'd run, because the barn is burning down, my friends. Next up would be the first of two title matches here at Winter Warfare. Jonah Rock, the Inter-Commonwealth champion, would defend his title against Ali. He would be the first of many unlikely heroes who could bring back the championship gold to Team MCW. And it was a match that was like watching two full-size grizzly bears just mash into one another. And it looked like that Ali was going to win the Inter-Commonwealth Championship for MCW. But Jonah Rock, knowing that Ali had his number, wrapped a chain around his fist and blasted Ali to cause the disqualification. As Jonah Rock was leaving the ring, Mr. Juicy blasted him with a chair multiple times before hitting him with a monstrous spear through my announce table. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Juicy has made it clear. He is coming for Jonah Rock, and he's coming for the Inter-Commonwealth Championship. Next up, we would get a surprise guest when Adam Brooks would make his return to Melbourne City Wrestling, and at first we thought that Adam Brooks had returned to join Team MCW in the war against TMDK, but then we would find out that he had absolutely no dog in this fight. He didn't care. He didn't care if TMDK won. He didn't care if MCW won. All he cared about was himself, but he would be interrupted by Mike Burr. Adam Brooks would insult Burr. And if I know Mike Burr, and I do know Mike Burr, I can assure you this is not the last we have heard of this situation. TMDK, Marcus Pitt, and Slex would defend the tag team gold against a very unlikely pairing in the form of the Jurassic Punk, Sid Parker, and the Psycho Cowboy Benny. At times, it did indeed look like the Panic were going to claim the tag team titles, and in my opinion, they were cheated out of it. But sadly, TMDK retains the championship here tonight. Now, if you're somebody who likes murder and mayhem, then you'll be pleased to know that Crackerjack is back here in MCW as he took on Josh the Axe Shooter. It was Crackerjack who would roll him up for the 1-2-3. You'd think that would be all, but instead, Preston and Payne would then come out to the ring. And Preston and Payne have this blood feud going on with Crackerjack at the moment. It's a battle of just who is the craziest son of a gun here in Melbourne City Wrestling. And Crackerjack had a little surprise up his sleeve as he was wearing this very fine jacket that he was wearing for Lockie Hendricks' mum, and he lined the lapels with razor blades. And when Payne went to grab him round the lapels, he would bleed from his hands. And Crackerjack left a very impassioned speech to remind everyone that he is just as dangerous as he has ever been. Finally, it was time for our main event when Super Dowie James would go head-to-head with the leader of TMDK, Jag Hartley Jackson. And after a brutal match that saw lots of jagged edges and pile drivers, it was Dowie James with not one, not two, but three big super kicks, followed by a Guerrero frog splash, and he got the clean 1-2-3 on Jag Hartley Jackson. Jag Hartley Jackson was furious, and the challenge has been laid out. TMDK versus Team MCW in a caged warfare match. Now, we'll update you as to when that match will occur, but don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here in the MCW Arena in Essendon on the second Saturday of every month. I have been Lord Andy Coyne. This is the post-show wrap-up for Winter Warfare. Thank you, and good night.